Welcome everybody, this is Backpack 101.
With me, Victor from Fjallraven Amsterdam. I'm here to give you a little bit of a talk of our different backpack sizes and functionalities. And I have here a selection of 4 of our backpacks. I have separated them by size mostly, just to give a little bit of an idea. This is a 24 liter pack, a 38 liter pack, a 72 liter pack, and a 65 liter pack. I have selected these 4 sizes because I think that these are basically the 3 sizes of backpacks that most people would use in a day in their travels and in their day-to-day lives. So I have here a 24 liter high coast roll top pack. This is one of our newest packs in the collection. It's a waterproof polyamide backpack with a roll top closure, so it's fully waterproof. I have a 38 liter Bergtagen pack, also made from polyamide, but in our Bergshell material, so that's also fully waterproof. It's a flat knit ripstop nylon. It's pretty cool. The Cab 72. It's a full-size trekking backpack with all of its bells and whistles, made from G1000 and the same Bergshell material as our mountaineering pack. And then I have also selected a Kaika, which is a Vinalon pack. It's been in our collection for a while. With rides, I would say it's one of our most comfortably carrying backpacks. Most adjustable backpack that we do. And also one of our best-selling backpacks.
All right, could you run us by, like for what instance would you use what backpack?
Of course, that's what we do next. So, a backpack with a size up to about 30 liters, I would say, is a day pack. And a day pack is something that you would carry for day hikes or trips around the city. It can be used for a hike up to a full day, where you return back to your sleeping quarters, your hut or your tent that you use as a base, basically. So you don't need to carry that much. You need to carry clothes, you need to carry a little bit of water and food, but not much more than that. So that basically is about 30 liters maximum. And most of the time you don't need a lot of technical stuff, so it can be a simple design. Then you have the 30 and 40, basically the sizes up to about 40-45 liters, like the Bergtagen, that you would use for hut-to-hut hikes in the mountains, where you don't need to carry sleeping gear, but you need to carry pretty much everything else. So food, water, clothing, sometimes technical stuff as well, like ice axes, walking poles, mountaineering equipment. That's what this is for. So you see that it has attachment points for gear, like ice axes, daisy chains for additional gear. You have adjustment straps on the side and sometimes gear loops on the waist belt as well. So that you would need to carry, you can carry your clothing up to about a week in this. Sometimes you need food as well, but sometimes you take that in the hut as well. But you can live out of this for about a week, I would say, maximum. Then there's the trekking backpack sizes. They go up to about 100 liters with the Fjallraven pack collection. Then you're basically carrying everything that you need. So your food, your sleeping system, your tent, your water, your clothing, everything that you would need to live without any support up to about a week, I would say. And that can be in all seasons as well. With the bigger packs like the 85 and the 100 liter Kaikas, you can carry winter equipment in those as well, as you would need more insulation in the winter, so you would need bigger down jackets, bigger down sleeping bags. Those sizes would accommodate that as well. Whereas the smaller ones in those families, like the 65 liter Kaika or the 52 liter Cab, that would be a squeeze in those. It's more for summer hiking or lightweight trekking. Yeah. Other important things to know about a backpack, of course, is how to adjust it. I would demonstrate that with the Cab. It's a comfortable carrying backpack for all season hiking. Backpacks have 3 points of adjustments and sometimes 4. So there's the waist strap, that's the most important one. That needs to be comfortable on your hips. I will demonstrate in a second. Then you have the shoulder straps. They need to follow the contours of your shoulders perfectly. Then they are comfortable. Then there's the load lifters. That's another point of adjustment important with most packs. And then some packs have adjustable load lifters. Not all of them have, but this one does. So this little button here adjusts back and forth, so it can be on the highest point of your shoulder and then carries comfortably. I will demonstrate in a second. The Kaika also has adjustable shoulder width. So if you're a broad shouldered guy or if you're narrow shouldered, you can adjust the size for those as well. I would say that if you have, normally they are on medium. For 95% of the people, medium is perfect. But if you feel that uncomfortable some way, you can always adjust. Okay, so let's get to it. The first thing to do is just put the backpack on. Normally it sits too high or too low when you first put it on. If it's too high, just undo these and it will come down. If it's too low, then if it's too low, you can adjust, of course, a little bit up. But I always take it a little bit wider, as then you can properly adjust the hip strap. Put it on your hips in such a way that the middle of the belt is on the on your hip protrusion, on your bone. So not on the muscle, but on the bone. Then just pull it really, really tight. And if it's on the correct height, you can feel your belly button just above your just above the clip. Well, then you can see, of course, this is ridiculous. But now it sits perfectly here. So now all I need to do is just these. But now I can see that there's a big hole here. That means that for me, the back length is too long. It needs to be shortened. Our bigger packs always have adjustable back length. So here, you see that you can undo this button here. Then you put it down. You pull it up on the other side. And you reattach it. Now it's shorter. So now I can put it on again. And now you can see that the hole here is smaller, but it's still too big. It needs to be all the way around my shoulder, so it still needs to be a bit shorter. So then you just basically redo steps, reattach. Now it should be about right. So now I would say it sits right, because when I would put weight in the back, it would pull down and then it would be on top of my shoulders all the way.
Perfect.
And then there's the load lifters. That's basically the last step. But they are already adjusted.
Excellent.
And then there's this thing. Some people like it all the way down, the sternum strap. Some people a little bit more, but that's basically just for stabilization. It's not a load carrying point. The biggest load carriers are the hips and a little bit on the shoulders. So that's basically how you adjust a trekking backpack.
Thanks, Victor.
No problem.
I have no questions. If anybody has any questions about backpacks or what Victor just told us, feel free to comment, email us, call us, or whatever. And if you want to talk to Victor himself,
I'll be here.
he'll be right there for you. Thanks, man.
No problem.